This is a classic blues and R&B podcast.
Our guest today is Mr. Ronnie Baker Brooks, the son of the legendary blues man, Mr. Lonnie Baker Brooks. And we're glad to have Ronnie here with us as a guest here on our Classic Blues and R&B podcast. Now you moved to where you are now. You know, a lot of your stuff now, it's not to flatter you or anything. I'm a Southern boy. I'm from the great state of Mississippi. I'm a Magnolia man.
All right. Respect.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And when I listened to a couple of your songs, man, I said, damn, there's a lot of, and yeah, you can correct me if I'm wrong. This is not I think it's a compliment myself. I said, this guy sounds a lot like Otis Redding, and that feeling, the feeling of your music comes through to me as, like a lot of Otis Redding stuff. I don't know if that's because you recorded in Memphis and down in that area or what.
I take that as a compliment, Sir Henry. I love Otis Redding, all those soul singers. Of course, like I mentioned Sam Cooke, and Wilson Pickett, all that stuff. Because my dad would play all kind of music around the house, and of course I got influenced by him, but also by the music that he was playing around the house, and him and my auntie and my mom. So I think all of that is in me. And the one thing my dad taught us, me and my brother Wayne, was to write our own material and to be yourself. Because who's going to write the next I Got My Mojo Working or Sweet Home Chicago song? And if everybody keeps doing that, then there's no room for us to grow. So he taught us that. And then once you start writing your own material, you develop your own sound. And, all of those influences that I mentioned is in that melting pot, man, and I just try to deliver it the best I can. And, being in that atmosphere of Memphis did bring some of that out, and my theory is, my recipe is to keep it authentic as possible, but also bring something new to it, because I didn't pick cotton. I didn't, work in the fields, any of that. But I did grow up in the ghetto of Chicago on the south side, and it was a challenge with that. So I try to bring that to my music.
Well, I picked very little cotton. I wanted to pick cotton. They wouldn't let me go and pick cotton. They used to get up and leave me. I said, I want to go here, but hey, you're right. You can be authentic without, because you can't, certain things, you will never know what your father knew. And the same thing about your children. They will never know what you know, and vice versa,
Right.
It's just one of those things, because they weren't here at the beginning, to see some stuff, Right. Yeah. Ronnie, how many CDs have you produced?
I've cut 4 on my own, along with a DVD. Actually, I cut 3 on my own under the Watchdog record label that I own. And I co-produced with my big brother. I call him my big brother, Mr. Jelly Bean Johnson from Moore's Day and the Time.
Yeah.
And Jelly Bean produced a bunch of stuff up there. He's from the Prince camp up there, with Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam and Prince and Morris Day and all of them. And we worked on the first 3 records together. And I wrote every song on every record, man. And, I wrote, like, for the first record, is 12 songs on the record. I think I wrote about 19 for that one. Mm-hmm. And the second one, I wrote about 23. And then The Torch, I wrote about 25, but we only, put out so many. And then I had the chance to work with the great Steve Jordan, who's currently the Rolling Stones drummer. Mm-hmm. He produced my last album, Times Have Changed. And I got several other records in the can that's done, that will come out. And I produced my dad. I produced the great Eddie the Chief Clearwater. I produced the young guy that passed away, Eric Guitar Davis. And, just try to be creative and productive, man. I love this music. And, just trying to do my part.
Which one do you prefer, writing, performing, or all of it?
I love it all, sir, because, it's different things that come with all of it, The playing live, you get that immediate feel from the audience.
Right.
But then when you're in the studio, that creative that creative juice that be flowing, man, is nothing like it. It's addictive to me, man. I love it, being in a creative environment and watching a song or an idea become a song, and then you take it to the stage and see the reaction. You know, I love the whole process.
Mm-hmm.
The Gold Digger was my first record, and I said that was before Kanye West.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, that's funny. What's the title of you? I know I got two of your CD. I may have all three, but I know I got two CDs.
The first one is Gold Digger.
Right.
The second one is Take Me With You.
Okay. Yeah, I got that one.
Not with you.
I got
with you.
Yeah, I got that one.
Take Me With You.
I got that one.
The third one is The Torch.
I don't think, I may have Torch, but I'm not sure, because I got 2 or 3 of them from you at the Logan Center, and I know I got those 2 from you. I thought I had gotten the third when I look at my stack over here and see, you know.
I got to send you the other ones then if you don't have them.
Okay, I will.
And then the last one I did that's not, that's out already, is Times Have Changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I just recorded one during the pandemic with my friend Big Head Todd over in Denver, Colorado. An acoustic style album that we're going to release soon. We recorded that during the pandemic, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I got another one that I got in the can that I worked with the great Kev Mo on. And so I got some stuff happening, man, and I'm writing stuff now as we speak.
Okay. Approximately how many songs would you say you have, written or whatever?
Oh, close to 200.
Okay, yeah.
Over 200 songs.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I've written for my dad. I've written for, I'm writing some songs now with Billy Branch. And I've written for Eddie Clearwater, many other artists, you know.
Watchdog Records.
Yeah.
That is you still exist today? Or that's...
Yeah, I still own that today. I've been blessed to be able to do everything, but there's only so much you can do by yourself.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a team around me.
Yeah.
I do now. I have a manager now and a booking agency, and we're trying to build on that. But before, in the beginning, man, all I had was the stage, and Lonnie Brooks, as my dad. And my sister and my mom helped me start the label. And I started writing, man. I couldn't get a record deal, so I just started to put the records out myself and get gigs and I tell people about it and get them on the mailing list, man, and just built it from there, and I never really had a team around me like, a publicist or a marketing team or a radio person or any of that these record labels have. I've just been blessed to be able to do what I've done so far.
Well, you got a radio, man. I tell you, when I listen to that doggone thing, and it's in my rotation. I mean, you are on my rotation list.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Because I listened to it. That I've had my chance, man. I played the hell out of that song. That's a hell of a song, man.
Man, that album still carries, man. I cut that record in 2000, and here we are, 2022, and it's still relevant to some people. A lot of people, they love that song. Matter of fact, I just played at the Tampa Bay Blues Fest, and I opened the show with that, and people love it, man. They still love it.
Yeah, it's a good song. A classic is a classic.
I appreciate it. I just try to do the best I could do.
Yeah, I like your stage presence too.
Thank you.
You seem to be relaxed, a little calm on it, but you be strumming that guitar, making it sound like it sounds,
Yeah. I learned all that from being around Dad, man, and watching his friends, I rub shoulders with some of the best in the business, and I try to apply all they give me to what I do today,
Yes. I noticed you were talking about Jelly Bean. I got that cut on one of your CDs that I probably played at night. Saturday. Yeah, Saturday night I may play. But anyway, that's a pretty good cut. It shows another phase of you. Am I correct? I
just wrote one about a year or so ago for Jelly Bean called "Put Some Jelly on It."
What the hell? Okay.
and the great Tom Washington from right here in Chicago helped me with the horns on that.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, Jelly Bean's on all three of my first three records, man. He plays guitar, but he plays drums.
The one I'm thinking about, Bring Back My Love. Bring Back the Love.
Oh, Bring Back the Love.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's different, yeah.
Yeah, you know. That's
I remember recording that. My dad, we were down in Memphis, and I flew my dad down, but we cut that song before Dad got there because Jelly Bean, you know, he comes from the R&B world, and he was real skeptical about it because he remembered talking to Joe Jackson when he was producing Janet Jackson, and Joe Jackson was telling him, hey, man, I don't want y'all to make my daughter sounding like Prince. And so Bean was very aware of that. He didn't want Dad to feel like we were doing, you know, something totally different, but we wanted to bring some attention to the record.
right.
And, man, we played the track when Dad got there, man, and Dad he didn't say nothing, man. He just listened to it, he waited till the end. He said, hey, man, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But we were real nervous about it because it is different. It's more of a rock thing, but the messages bring back the love, you know.
Yeah. That's the thing about it. You're younger than your, obviously, the generation that your father and all of those. And some people see you, some of the younger guys, as not, you know, as bluesy. But wait a minute, folks have to understand music is music, you know?
Yeah.
And to see you and hear some of the effects that you have on your guitar, you're playing it. You're not like you did something, just generating something from a blasted computer like a lot of these kids are doing, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that you took some time to really figure out, to say, how am I going to hit that? How am I going to go from this chord to that chord? How am I going to go from this note to that? You know, when I look up and see you and I see, you know, congratulations to the young man who just won the the Grammy Gold, Kingfish.
Kingfish, yeah.
Yeah, another old Mississippi boy. You know,
yeah.
And the sound that, you know, you guys are playing is different than what Muddy and them played, but it's still blues. Am I right or wrong, or do you agree with that?
I agree with you 100%. Look, I can't, like I said, I didn't pick any cotton. None of that.
Hey.
You know, and before Muddy Waters came to Chicago, he was listening to Sunhouse.
Right.
Robert Johnson.
Right, all of the acoustic guys, right.
And look what he did when he came to Chicago. He amplified it and changed it.
There you go.
And he kept the authentic. That's why I say I try to keep my authentic. I try to stay authentic as possible to the genre, to the music, because I love the blues. I love it. But I also try to bring something that is fresh to me, or I feel, you know, that could grab the younger or this generation's attention. Because I can't play and sound like Muddy and them. I could try to reach for the same spirit,
right?
But I can't do it like they did it, and not even like my dad, you know. And I lived with him,
right?
So I just try to be myself, man, and keep it authentic to me and to the music and the ancestors' shoulders I'm standing on, you know.
I appreciate that, man. That's very important. That's why I do this show every Saturday night. I do this show. I do this program because I say, you know, it is hard for, you know, blues to be really, it's American music. That's, my theme. America's music is, rhythm and blues, soul, and all that music, you know.
Right.
And I see it as something that if people heard it, then they would know it. You know, and they will understand, and they would feel it. It would be appreciated the same way that it was when I was a kid coming up.
Yeah.
You know, that music, because it's going to move. You're going to have something to do. You might not like every Al Green. You might not like every Ronnie Baker song, but you're going to like something about it. You know, you can identify with it. Yeah. Now, you spoke of your sister and your brother, the rest of your family. Now, who all in your family that are musicians besides you?
Currently, just me and Wayne.
Okay.
My brother Wayne Baker Brooks, who's got records out on his own, and he's here in Chicago as well. He's been on WGN, ABC. He's been on the Windy City Live. A lot of people get us confused because we similar in age. Wayne's 3 years younger than me, and we both was playing with Dad. I went out with Dad first. And then Wayne came out after Wayne graduated from high school, and he took my place as the roadie, and eventually took my place in Dad's band after I left. And now he's doing his own thing, and I'm proud of Wayne. I'm proud of Wayne. He's doing it. But right now, there's the two of us. I got two sisters, actually, that could sing. One of them passed away. My sister Jackie, she did a gospel CD, and she's was into, the choir, the Chicago Mass Choir, and here in Chicago, and she did her own solo CD. But she passed away September 2017, right after my dad. And then I have another sister that sings, but she chose to do hair along with my other sister Denise. They both are doing the hair for the TV show The Chi that's filmed here in Chicago.
Okay, make up.
And so right now, just me and Wayne doing the music thing, but everybody's got a talent in our family, man. We've all been blessed. We grew, like I said, we grew up in between Hyde Park and the projects here in Chicago, man, and we got a little bit of everything around there, the drugs, the gangs, and all that. And my father and my mom got us out of there, and everybody, lived to do something and contribute something to the world, and not in jail or getting caught up on stuff. So we're very grateful, man.
And you speak of your mother. Is she a musician as well, or what?
No, she just loved music. She was the backbone, man, because, when Dad wasn't working, Mom had a job, and she kept the lights on when Dad wasn't working, and eventually when Dad's career, started to take off a little bit, she retired, but no, she would sing a little bit. My dad would have us all try to contribute, man, when he was recording at home, and my mom would sing a little bit, but she never got into it seriously.
Yes. Now, Ronnie, do you and your brother, who are some of the musicians? Do you have a regular band that you work with, or do you just pick up guys from time to time that you have worked with?
I have my regular band, man. I'm grateful to have my guys, man. We're just coming out of this pandemic, man, and it's been difficult to keep things together, with everybody, But right now, my band's stuck with me, man. I got Phil Castleberry on bass guitar, Daryl Coots, who's been with me almost 20 years now, on keyboards, and a young guy I just got named Chris Singleton on drums. And my right-hand man, Scooter, who goes out with me, and we're just trying to keep it going, man.
Yeah. Do you and your brother ever work together, or no?
We have. Before my dad passed away, we got together and did the Brooks Family Blues Dynasty, which the show featured all three of us. We all did a segment in the show. And that was one of my dad's greatest dreams come true, man, because he always dreamed of us being in the band together and everybody contributing, doing the front work. And we got to do that right before he passed away. And I remember we were heading somewhere on the road, and I went on the back of the bus with Dad and just to talk. And he was like, man, he was looking out the window as we was rolling down the highway. He said, I dreamed about this as when y'all were kids, man, and here we are. We didn't do much as we wanted to, but we did get the chance to do it.
Yeah. Have you got any shows coming up soon, Ronnie, around here, or,
I'm playing out in Gary at the Casino, Gary, Indiana, on April 30th, Saturday night, free. Now, it may not cost you nothing to come in, but depending on how much you gamble, it might cost you how much you're going to leave with. But the show is free. I started 9 o'clock April 30th here in Chicago in Gary, Indiana at the Hard Rock Casino.
Yeah, which is the new venue over there. Have you been over there before?
Yes, I have.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I played there before.
Yeah, I know. I saw your brother playing there a while back. I saw him being advertised as a artist out there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I played there when they first opened. Matter of fact, Buddy Guy opened it, and I think I played right after Buddy.
Okay.
And coming up would be a year. They've been open in May next month. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, but I've been there probably about 3 times since they've been open.
Oh, okay, yeah. And a nice room? I haven't been there.
It's pretty cool. I mean, they building it, It's hard to play in a casino because everybody there to gamble.
Right.
But I've been blessed, man, to have people there that enjoy the show and it get them away from the gambling a little bit. But yeah, it's a good energy in the building.
That's good. Now, you want to leave people with your website and how they can follow you and find you and all that other stuff, Ronnie?
Yeah, RonnieBakerBrooks.com is my website. I'm on Facebook, Ronnie B. Brooks Music on Facebook. And I got Twitter, I got Instagram, Ronnie Baker Brooks. So, yeah, I'm easy to find, man, and looking forward to getting back out here and playing some music for the people, man. And yeah, thanks for having me on the show.
No, I appreciate having you, man. It's an honor. You know, you'd be surprised. It's an honor to, if I don't talk to the dad or the mother, if I can get the child, who's trying to maintain it. You know what I'm saying? Trying
From the root to the fruit, baby.
Yeah, keeping it right there. Trying to really do it. And I mean,
yeah, man.
Because I see some stuff in entertainment that it really boggles my mind, man. I said, dog, you can have 1 million, Brooks. And they all blood brothers and sisters, but one is going this way and one is going that way. You said, well, damn, why can't they get together,
Yeah.
While they're going that way, somebody done snuck in and took everything,
That's right. Yeah. It's a hard business, man, because, we're small fish in a big ocean. The blues is a small fish in a big ocean, but it is the music that keep everything going.
That's exactly right. I agree with that.
It's the root, and so, but it's hard to, like, if we had a bigger audience or a bigger support, like I'm grateful for all the support we do have. Let me say that first.
Right, I got you.
I'm very grateful for what we do have, But if we had a bigger audience like country music or rock or hip hop, now you can see things happening bigger and, or more things available for us. But right now, everybody's trying to just keep the lights on, and be creative in this thing, man. And but I love this music. I made a sacrifice in my life to keep it alive the best I can. And I'm, like I said, I'm standing on the shoulders of my ancestors, man. And if I can be a link in the chain like they were for me, I am. That's all I want, man. That's the dream.
Yeah, and I noticed you got a cut there. What is it? I'm gonna keep this blues alive. You promise?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I learned from my masters to keep these blues alive.
That's right. Yeah. Well, that's a wonderful, Ron, and I want to thank you. I didn't ask you about your personal family. You have a wife and kids, right?
I'm married. My wife, she had 2 kids before we got married, and I had 1. So we got 3 kids together.
Yeah.
And we got 3 grandbabies, man. And man, them grandbabies bring me so much joy, man.
Yeah.
All my kids, I love my family. I love the family get-togethers. Yeah, that's the side of me and my dad that a lot of people didn't know, man. My dad was a family man, and he put it all in when he was at home, he put it into his family. And people don't understand that it's difficult when you're out there on the road and with all of the stuff that come with that, and to keep a family together.
Right, that's true.
And the one thing my dad did, 2 things. He was a great musician, and he made some, his mark here in the blues, but he was a great family man too. And I try to be that as well. Trying to do that and be better from that.
Right. And that's important, man, how you look at him. Like I said, you know him as Dad. I know him as Lonnie.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you very much. What part of Texas your dad is from?
My dad, he was born in Louisiana, a place called Dubuisson. It's not far from Port Arthur, Texas. And he met on tour in Atlanta. They did a tour together in Atlanta with Sam Cooke, and he hooked up with Sam Cooke, and Sam took him out on the rest of his tour and brought him here to Chicago. And my dad stayed at Sam's mom and dad's house for about 6 weeks, man. And Sam introduced him to everybody here that he knew, and the rest is history.
Yeah. A lot of folks don't realize that Texas sound of blues, man, I'm telling you, it's different than a lot of other stuff. But that Louisiana, Texas,
Yeah.
it's good stuff. I love them all.
I was thinking of Janis Joplin. She's from Port Arthur.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, yeah.
You see, Dad is in the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame, and he's in the Texas Music Hall of Fame.
Right.
And he's in the Blues Hall of Fame. And so he's got all of those elements in his music. If you listen to his music, you can hear all that in there, man. He got his own gumbo of his, and that created his own style, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but he was raised in Port Arthur, Texas.
Okay, yeah. Well, I want to thank you very much, Ronnie. Anytime you want to reach out to me, you got my email and all that stuff. Just reach out to me, man. I'm really honored. I was honored to, like I said, to meet you at the Logan Center, and I thought it was a good presentation how they did, honoring the kids, the legacy of those people, you know, the artists and things that's going by.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
Yeah,
that was a great night with Demetria Taylor, Lurie Bell, Steve Bell, and Shamika Copeland, and myself. And man, thank you for all you're doing for this music, keeping it alive, man. And let's do it again.
I want to thank Ronnie Baker Brooks, recording artist, for stopping by to say hello with us here and spend some time with us here on this edition of our podcast, Classic Blues and R&B Podcast. We want you to like our Facebook page at Classic Blues and R&B. Follow us on Twitter at WVON Henry and at Henry_Cheatham. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Henry CB 6175. That's Henry CB 6175. And make sure you hit the alert button so you'll know when we post the program. We want you to subscribe to our program, Henry CB 6175. You can leave your comments here. Let us know how we're doing. What someone you would like for us to interview, let us know. Make sure you share our programs here as well. Share it with your friends. And on Facebook, wherever you are, just share our program. Check us out on WVON every Saturday night from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Central Standard Time at WVON.com and at iHeartRadio.
Thanks for joining our podcast here on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to us at Henry CB. Follow us on Twitter at WVON Henry and like our Facebook page at Classic Blues and R&B.